Well, that's close, isn't it? I've got 6 inches to spare on my wheel and a nice bit of overhang. I didn't put that cone there. Good bit of parking, I reckon. There are a couple of other vans. They have their shorties so they can fit into a space. Yeah, it's a busy car park. This is in the middle of nowhere. It's in a place called Horsey in Norfolk, on the coast, north of Yarmouth. And the National Trust looks after the car park, and they look after something called Horsey Windpump. And basically it's a windmill to you and me. And I'm going to have a look at it, and looks like there may be walks around as well. So it's just a stop off for a get to next campsite. So, car park here, wind pump there, waterways with boats and a viewpoint. And then a bigger map, you can do bigger walks. The red one is 4.8 miles, not doing that. But it's a cafe here, so I'll have a little walk and have a cuppa. It says here then, sited within the Norfolk Broads, Horsey Estate is a mysterious landscape, internationally important for its habitats and wealth of wildlife. The site came to the care of National Trust in 1948 from the Buxton family, who continue to manage the Horsey Estate on this day. Horsey Wind Pump is a drainage building with a fascinating past that has stood sentinel over Horsey Mere since 1912. Looks very pleasant around here. It's got a seating area, a sensory garden. Go and have a look at that. Venture through the garden, discover what lives in the pond, or relax and enjoy the wildlife. Weeds. It's probably got a proper name. Can't see much else. Got a toilet block here, it looks very smart. And then over to the left, we've got a National Trust office. Where did I see a cafe then? Welcome to Horsey. I suppose I better show them my ticket. Crikey, if I see half this lot we have here. Wildlife. I presume people have seen this today. Animals, roe deer, red deer, muntjac, Chinese water deer, that's what I saw the other day. I didn't see any otters. Grey seals? What? Marsh harriers, red kites, but God, look at all that lot. A board telling us about Higham Homes, which is an isolated and relatively little known island of low-lying grazing marshland in the parish of Potter Higham, formerly known as Higham Potter. Peat digging was very common here. Oh, that looks nice. I could live in that building. As always, sun is in the wrong direction. So this is the pump. And here is a waterway. Norfolk Broads we're at. So this probably links to Norfolk Broads. I'm only guessing. Nice little place to stop. Mooring fees. There you are. There's a walkway along the other side, so I'll go and have a look in the windmill pump and do the walk. Tea room. Go and get me a brew later and a snack. There's construction operations going on behind. I haven't a clue what that's all about. This is the end of the waterway, so it's pumping water somewhere. Pumping water into the canal, I guess. Let's go in and talk to some people. I've just looked at this notice board and briefly it's saying Upper Thurn Integrated Drainage Project Horsey Pumping Station Replacement. Right, this is the best I can do. It's got 1912 date and well, it's obviously not working. Maybe I can go back and get on the road a bit. Right, that's the full Monty from the road. Shame he's got that digger in the way. Yeah, some of those flaps in the sails are gone and some are flapping about. Anyway, there we are, Horsey Mill. Alright, got a ticket to go inside, so let's go and do that. Dan England, who built this in 1912. This is the youngest on the Broads. It was used to drain the land of excess water and was operational until 1943 when it was struck by lightning. The National Trust took over the care of the Horsey estate in 1948. This included the wind pump. Right, I'm in the ground floor of the mill and the chap has just explained what it was doing. So a lot of this area was all flooded, the Norfolk Broads area, and there are lots of pumps around the Broads to remove the water and put it into this canal, which we see just over there. And this hasn't worked since it was struck by lightning, and they're putting in a new electric one, and that's taking the water from the lower level and pumping it into the mere, which connects to the Broads. The millman, he would sleep on this small space. So it's basically a little shed. It's got a bed that's 4 foot long. There's a mesh here, so that's why you can't see very well. Some information panels about what it was like in 1812. Arthur Dove was the millman. So the sail turned this, which turned a pump downstairs and then fed the water into the leat? No, or whatever that bit of water was. So it's talking about the wildlife, plenty of things to look out for. Norfolk Horford dragonfly, the common crane, and the marsh harrier. See what we can see. Lots of plant life too. So here we go, talking about the sail is fitted with shutters that are linked together and opened and closed like a Venetian blind. The job of the shutters is to control the speed of the sails. In lower winds, the shutters are closed to produce maximum power. This moves rod that slides back and forth through a hollow shaft through the cap to the sails. Yeah, so close the sail when it's not very windy, open it when it's very windy. Yes, and it's talking about a fantail at the back, which when the wind changes direction more than 10 degrees, the fantail rotates. Not quite at the top level. Look at all these cogs. There you are. That's the shaft from the sail. Turns this cog, which turns this cog, which turns that pump down the bottom there. Right, here we go, and right at the top, the cap, and up until 3 weeks ago, this would move around, but there's a bit of a problem with the mechanism just outside, so they've strapped it, stopped it from moving. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Move around when you're up here. Right, I'm now outside on the cap. Normally this would be moving around. is the countryside. I think some of you might find this a bit, well, like me. Right, there's the waterway. The car park over there. I can see another van that's done the same thing as me. Whoa, it's breezy. I can just get around this corner. Hold on. There we go. I'm hanging on for dear life, I tell you. I'm standing outside 1,000,000 feet up. So this is all the new pumping stuff and waterways going. Oh crikey. And one of the sails comes into view. And this is Norfolk Broad's country. It's a bit breezy up here. It's going right up my trouser leg. I might just be holding on a bit here. It's squeaking behind me. It's wanting to turn. I don't think I'd come up here when it's turning. Right, I'm going to go and have a cuppa now. See you in a bit. And those are the wheels. So they don't go round very fast, but all that moves. And as the man said, the stairs move as well. So they go around this central fence. And I'm holding one of the wedges, which are used in the teeth on the gear. Wooden wedges. And they replace them, hammer them out when they're worn. Yes, I just asked the chap at the end how fast that the cog is going round attached to the sail, the one with the wooden blocks on it. It said 15 revolutions per minute, so 1 revolution every 4 seconds. So that's pretty quick for a big sail going round. Yeah, you don't want to get anything caught there. Right, brewski time.